All right, we're going to do a follow-up on California because you guys know that California has had these ridiculous blackouts, and they are intentional blackouts due to PG&E's negligence. PG&E is the power company who, because of their negligence, because of their refusal to invest in infrastructure and instead pandering to the shareholders, that arguably caused a lot of the fires last year. A lot of their negligence caused a lot of the fires, and now there are mandatory blackouts that are happening because of their shoddy infrastructure, and most of this, if not all, could have been prevented. To give you a quick update. But here's what the Los Angeles Times is saying, because this is unprecedented. All right, intentional blackouts of this magnitude are unprecedented in California history. Never before in California history have more than 2 million people gone 5 days without electrical power because of the intentional safety policy of a utility. But that is the plan shaping up under a massive outage across northern and central California put into effect by PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric Company, to prevent more wildfires like the massive Kincade fire in Sonoma County from erupting as winds howl across the region. The outage will bust national averages for blackouts, though not the worst ones in history. PG&E's shutoff began in phases on Friday afternoon, and by Sunday evening, the utility had cut current to 940,000 homes and businesses, affecting more than 2 million people. The outages stretch as far north as Eureka and as far south as Salinas along the coast, as well as along the Sierra foothills. So again, this all could have been prevented. And now it's happening. Oh, and what else did PG&E do recently? They screwed over all the consumers because they couldn't do any payouts to customers because they declared bankruptcy. Their negligence caused the fires. Then they declared bankruptcy, and all the people who lost their homes because of their negligence, tough cookies. Oh, well. Ro Khanna sums it up pretty good in this tweet. Here, check out this tweet. I like this tweet by Ro Khanna. Instead of spending $10.5 million lobbying our politicians and $4.5 billion on stock buybacks for investors, PG&E should have invested in tree trimming and infrastructure. Here's the result. Over 2 million Californians without power. Sums it up perfectly. That sums it up perfectly. Again, let's run those numbers again. They spent $10.5 million lobbying their politicians. I guess so they could do shit like this without consequence. Then they spent $4.5 billion on stock buyouts for investors. They didn't invest in infrastructure during any of this. And now here's the result. Over 2 million Californians without power and wildfires. And wildfires continue to happen. So, and I don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, you're going to have one side that says, well, let's just privatize everything because that will make matters worse. That will take a bad situation and make it worse. But hopefully they find the right solution there of holding these companies accountable, of minimizing and extinguishing the corruption and streamlining the process so that we get a better system here. We are the 5th largest economy in the world, and we have regular power outages because of the negligence of a power company, the straight up just negligence of a power company that didn't invest properly in infrastructure. So hopefully this gets solved and it gets solved fast because this is beyond ridiculous. PG&E has gotten away with way too much. They declared bankruptcy, so they screwed the customers over. They're at least remotely responsible for some of the fires that have happened over the past couple of years, fires that have destroyed homes, that have killed people. And it's all because of their negligence. It's all because they wanted to give the stockholders more and not worry about their product. And now we have regular power outages because of all that too. This is criminal level negligence. And hopefully someone is held accountable. And hopefully this is dealt with in a swift and immediate and thorough fashion. I'm not going to hold my breath, but we're going to continue to follow this and we're going to see what happens.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your